Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Pacific Field Hockey Turf, home of the Pacific Tigers. I'm Jeff Dominic. Thank you all for joining us today. Today's American East Conference in the Western Division matchup is between the visiting Cal Golden Bears and the University of Pacific Tigers. Both teams coming off of a victory, most notably for the Cal Golden Bears. They have come in with a season record of 4-8. Recently after the victory over Maine with a score of 3-1 where they fell behind early but scored 3 unanswered goals in 13 shots, 5 of which were on goal, and currently are 1-1 in the conference. For the Pacific Tigers, they are 11-4, winners of 2 in a row, 11 of their last 12, and probably one of the biggest wins in possibly program history in that win against Stanford, the number 15th nationally ranked team. Cal Golden Bears go ahead and get things started off. Now the starting lineup for the Cal Golden Bears: Lindsay Matheson, Sydney Earle, Melina Moore, Monica Morazzo, Femke Dellison, Gabby Jimenez, Kyra Kent. This referee signals going the Tigers' way. Janae Sakis. It's a turnover there, a little bit of a breakaway if possible. That is Melina Moore, as she's trapped well by the fullbacks in the backfield there, in the back. And a great job by the Pacific Tigers to clear it out in the back. Another turnover as the Cal Bears are threatening early, and this time the referee signaled that it's going over Tigers' way. To continue on with the rest of the lineup, Keats Iwanaga, Myra Gutierrez, Corey Griswold for the Cal Golden Bears. Now for the Pacific Tigers, Laura Pajade is in goal, Leah Kofer, Riley Camo, Savannah Burns, Axel Steffen, Ash Rutherford. Another turnover, and they have numbers if they hurry. They do not. The Pacific Tigers get back on defense in time, and the Cal Golden Bears slow things down to slow things down. A slap shot there by number 10, Femke Dellison, goes wide. It wasn't a shot. It was more of it looked like almost an attempted pass. So now the Pacific Tigers will try and clear things out, but it's stopped there by the Cal Golden Bears. Pulled over to the far side of the turf. Cal Golden Bears in the white uniforms and and the yellow shorts. Pacific Tigers in the black jerseys and orange shorts, orange trim. Cal Golden Bears also have Ash Rutherford, Justine Van Latham, Haley Kilfoyle, Emma Leach, and Allie Campos to round up for the Pacific Tigers. Cal Golden Bears clear it back out, bring it up to number 18, Michaela Swenson. That's number 10, Femke Dellison. Dellison gets back to midfield and clears it all the way back to the far side of the field. A little bit of a clear out, trying to get it inside. Played nicely up to the center of the circle, top of the circle, Still controlled by the Cal Golden Bears. And now we have a signal going against the Cal Bears, going for the Tigers. Alicia Munoz is scheduled to check in here at the next available opportunity. Just out of the reach of Riley Camo and given back to the Cal Golden Bears. Bears six it all the way back to their side of the circle, trying to get it to the near end of the turf. Met there together. There's Camo, and that's going to be stopped, and it's going to go the Bears' way, going against the Tigers. That is out of bounds, just wide by Ash Rutherford. That was Dellison. was stopped there by the Bears and played out nicely and swung over to one of the Tiger players, thrown up in the inside. A little bit of stick movement and a stop. And Coach Andy Smith telling everybody to drop as the Bears wanted to try and have a little bit of a transition offense, try and see if they could get a breakaway. Swing over there, stopped by number 6, Axel Steffen. Whistle goes the Bears or the Tigers' way, and they try and hurry things up. Once again, intercepted by the Bears, Kyra Kent. We'll have a couple trying to check in here in just a moment. For the Bears, it'll be number 27, Katrina Carter, and Sydney Brooks also looking to check in as well at the next available opportunity.
Riley!
Bears control just past midfield, mid-turf. Once again intercepted this time by the Tigers, and now it's just a little bit of a give and go here right at the center line. Bears clear it out. Get it out as Laura Pahade lets it go out of bounds, and the Tigers will take possession. That's up to Axel Steffen. There's a stoppage that's going to go against the Bears. So Axel Steffen get it up to Sydney Brooks. Brooks on the far end, looking for anybody to get it open to. And it is intercepted by the Bears. And slapped just out of reach of one of the Bears players. And a whistle goes to the Tigers. Savannah Burns with it, gets it stopped, but it's stopped by the Tigers, to the Tigers. Whistle and the referee is saying that it's their possession. Another stoppage. The Tigers trying to attempt to shoot. That was Savannah Burns, unlucky at that moment. Another swing, and this time it's going over to the Tigers. So the first penalty corner for the Tigers attempt here. Chances are we will probably see Emma Leach send it off, and depending on who's there, the stopper may be Ash Rutherford, or I believe it's going to be Rutherford at this time. And of course, watch out for Savannah Burns or Marguerite Van Vick.
Here we go. Come on, Barry. Nothing in. You got it, Cody.
Just waiting here.
Change the stop. Change the stop. Thank you.
Okay.
Ali, be ready.
All right. So here's the send. It's stopped. And there's a swing, and it's high by Savannah Burns. The first opportunity of the afternoon, 27 minutes to go here in the first half. Kylie Morrison checking in for the Tigers. And it looks like Nicole Henriksen is just checking in for the Golden Bears. Cal has possession as they just passed the center line. And they kind of actually retracted. A turnover there by the Bears. Is a little bit of back and forth here. And the Bears will just flip it out, trying to get anybody open. And they do have somebody open on the far side. Tigers quickly with their defense gets it back into their possession right at their circle. Ash Rutherford ready to check back in, so Sydney Brooks gets it taken away from her as she is staying up with her defense. And it's a stoppage, and it's going to go against the Tigers. Jamie Stankiewicz will want to check in as well for the Bears. Bears have possession as they are on their side of the turf, coming up to center line.
Nice ball, nice ball.
White ball!
Set it up,
Bounce it out!
Bears have the ball as the puck as they swing it along the far end of the side there. It's like it was attempted to be taken away, and it will be it will go against the Bears for the Tigers as they will now take possession.
Good, Nicole. Lindsay, pop up on 7 a little.
Flipped it up right towards the center line. It's stoppage, and it's saying it's going to go against the Tigers, or going for the Tigers. They have an opportunity to get a little bit of a breakaway if they hurry. Bears did a great job of regaining possession.
You got one. You got one. You got one.
Bears were
Good, Lynn. Good, Lynn.
was Jessica Nickham. That was their trapped by 3 different Tigers, and the possession went away from her, and there's going to be a stoppage. There was, as the referee, it looks like there was going to be a possible trip, but it went against the Bears.
Hey, go Riley!
And now we have 2 Tigers on the left-hand side here on the far end of the side. Their possession is taken away by the Bears. It's getting regained by the Tigers. And a stoppage, and it's going to go against the Tigers.
Go!
So just past 24 minutes here remaining in the first half. No score currently.
11 shoe, Axe. 11 shoe. Come on, Axe.
Tigers have had 2 shots attempted. Bears are looking to attack early as Taylor Dempsey checks in for the first time of the contest. Tigers 2-1 in the conference as the Bears are 1-1. Stoppage in the play, stolen by the Tigers as they try and scoot it up there to Dempsey. Dempsey looks to scoot it ahead, and it's played nicely. There is Camo. Camo on the near side. A little bit of a battle between the Bears and the Tigers right there with Camo. Possession still staying with the Tigers as it was hit out of bounds.
Get it low, low.
2 players looking to check in for the Bears as that their next opportunity. And Matheson and Swenson.
Come on. Good job.
Possession going to the Bears.
Here you go. Good job.
Bears give it an exchange right at their circle. Tigers have it. Right there at the middle on the Bears side. Flipped it up, tried to get it to anybody that was over there in the far corner. No one there, and possession will go to the Bears. Stoppage. Foul going to the Bears.
Think about changing it.
Stop there. People felt that should have
Kids, when you can.
been a foul, and possession stays with the Bears right about the center line.
Good, fam.
Nice swing by Dellison as the Bears try and get in. There's going to be a stoppage, and it's going to be another possession to the Bears. There's a swing. Attempted to try and get inside. Played nicely by the defense. Cleared out by the Tigers, and they look to reset.
Best substitution ever. Yeah, keep it moving. Good. Come on, up a little. Not too quick.
Head coach Shelly Onstead near us saying best substitution ever as they had number 18 Michaela Swenson checking in and happened to be right there to receive the puck.
Lindsay, don't leave her, right?
Try to get it pushed ahead to the Tigers to Axel Steffen. Tigers have possession at this current point. Allie Campos looking to check back in, as well as number 14, Haley Kilfell. A turnover there. Number 20, Sakis trying to get in. Possession to the Bears currently. There's a swing by the Bears. That's Matheson. Cleared out nicely by the Tigers, and they will look to reset on defense. Andy Smith looking to get a little bit of a switch by a couple of his players currently out in the field of play. Taking back. Call going against the Tigers. Currently controlled by Kyra Kent. Played back into the to the Bears side of the turf. As they look to reset on offense. Swing up. Mishandled by Matheson. And the possession will go to the Tigers. Tigers looking to run as they have a possible breakaway. And just out of the reach. And that will go out of bounds. As Kilfell checks back in. Swing attempt to get in. There's a shot. Just missed. And it'll go to the Bears. Checking in. Emma Leach is just now checking in. And Sydney Early for the Cal Bears is also waiting to check in. Axel Steffen has also just checked in for the Tigers. A lot of rotating. Lena Moore checks out, and Zoe Randolph just checked in for the Bears as well. Bears with possession. 0-0 our score as we just reached the 18-minute mark to go here in the first half. Ellison with control, gives it up to one of her teammates as there was a stoppage there. It was just out of bounds, going to go possession to the Bears. Randolph kicks it back. And they work the Bears work the puck kind of in the backfield, looking for to see if they can get a possession. Randolph with control, gives it up into the Tiger side. And there's going to be a foul there going against, look like number 20, Janae Sakis. The Tigers will take possession. Attempted to try and flip it up was one of the Tiger players. He tries to get it in just out of the reach of two separate Bears, and possession will go to the Tigers. Savannah Burns with the possession. Gets it back to the back line. Hard swing well out there, and it's going to go possession Bears. Looks like they're going to stay right about midfield. Randolph near us. She takes a swing. Gets it stopped up there by Early.
There you go.
Tigers trying to Earl with still the possession. Gives it back, gives it to the Tigers. Tigers trying to get it rolled and just out of the reach of Axel Steffen as she loses controls out of bounds. Dellison with possession gives it up to Iwanaga. Now to Randolph. Randolph pushes it up forward. Just out of the reach of Earl. And possession will go to the Tigers. by 3 different players of the Bears. Possession staying with the Tigers, and one of the referees was saying too far ahead. Henriksen checks in, and waiting in the wings is Jimenez for the Bears, and for the Tigers, Sydney Brooks is also waiting to check in. Possession, we're going to have a penalty corner. Second one for the Tigers here this early afternoon in the first half. Savannah Burns just getting some final instructions as she goes back to the huddle for the Tigers.
All the way back, though.
Looks like Kilfell will actually send it.
Here we go, White.
Kilfell sends it. Stop. Swing by Savannah Burns. Just missing, cleared out by the Bears. Another great stop by the Cal Golden Bears. That was their fourth shot of the afternoon for the Tigers. With possession.
Ash, I got you.
Savannah Burns has possession for the Tigers. She tries to get it up in front of anybody. Stays with her until just now where the referee says, no, it's going Bears' way. Kyra Kent looks like she's going to be checking back in here in just a moment. Possession goes to the Tigers. Sydney Brooks is going to check in. Dempsey had possession, lost it. Referee says it's going Bears' way once again.
Can we take a step back behind this one? Don't be taking a stand on.
Had a stoppage as there was another puck out there on the turf. Just play it right into their circle. Randolph with possession for the Bears. It's right up in the middle. Turnover by the Bears. That's Kofer. Kofer trying to get it into anybody. There's a miss on the shot. Tries to flip it up. Blocked. Once again, another attempted shot. And there's, you can hear the groan by head coach Andy Smith for the Tigers. That was just missing. So Bears will take possession. Kent just checking back in. Also looking to get in is Gutierrez for the Bears. Brooks still looking to get in because she's just in. Stoppage going Bears' way. It's like they're flipping possession.
Keep working, White. Hey, in the middle. Bobby, go get her.
Just around 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Nothing, 0-0 is our score here. Katrina Carter looking like she's going to check in. I believe that's the first time she's checked into this contest. Stoppage, and it's going for the Bears. Now there's going to be a swing. There's going to be a timeout, and it's going to be a green card on Sydney Brooks. So the Tigers now with person down, and Sydney Brooks will have to sit until the 9:02 mark after a green card.
Nicole. You're running it. Help her, Gabby.
That's out of bounds. That will go to the Tigers. Head coach Andy Smith happy to oblige by helping out the Tiger players, of course. There's a shot just wide, and it'll go to the Bears. It looked like that actually hit the net. And Dellison is holding up her stick, asking for the puck. Stefan will check in. Axel Stefan will check in at the next available moment.
What color is the card?
It's out of bounds.
I got you. Yep. I'm trying, Creek. Creek,
Possession staying with the Tigers. That is number 2, Leah Kofer. She's going to hang out right on the corner while it gets the puck gets taken back in. Kick back out. Right there to Savannah Burns. Savannah Burns is going to try and send it in. Turnover. Savannah Burns takes possession.
Back tackle, Sid.
She is trying to do everything she can to get it to right into the circle, and is whistled against the Tigers with 9:10 left to go here in the first half.
Keep coming. Play this. Nice lead. All right, here we go.
And Sydney Brooks checks back in, so the Tigers back at full strength. Great job by their defense in order to keep everything to where it currently is.
Sid, when you can.
Sakis will try and check in here in just a moment for the Bears. As a couple of players are going to try and check in actually now for the Bears. That is Morazzo as well, and then number 16, Pankal and Van Latham will check in for the Tigers at the next opportunity. Bears with the puck, shoots it in, tries to get into the circle. 3 Bears kind of converge, and the possession arrow or possession will go to the Tigers.
Win this.
Marguerite checks out. Tigers have possession.
Keep going, Mara.
Launched up to about the center line. Tap forward is Brooks. She tries to make a play, meets one of the opposing Bears players right at the far end.
Drop out, Kira. Great. Here we go.
Possession now taken back over by the Bears right at the midline. Tapped out nicely by the Tigers. Stopped by the Tigers. Nice play by
You gotta get pressure on.
Munoz.
Step two, Mel.
Mel, you're in the middle. You gotta get there.
Puts it up. There's
Good.
Munoz again. Great observation there.
Right there, Anna. Don't keep that.
As Van Latham checks back in. We'll also see Campos check back in her next opportunity for the Tigers. Bears with possession. They try and rush it up. They're getting close to the center circle, to the top of the circle. Possession stays to the Bears. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Swing by the Bears. Still staying with the Bears right at the center here. Swing by the Bears. There's someone down on the turf. It looks like one player down. I did not see what happened at the moment. It's going to go over to stay with the Bears still.
If I'm getting a red, okay, yeah, that'd be fine.
And there's the stoppage there, and then it'll go to the Tigers. Tigers possession here with 6:11 remaining here in the first half.
Hey, this is you, Mom.
Here's the first penalty corner of the afternoon for the Cal Golden Bears.
Take off time.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem.
stoppage here with 5:49. think they're going to meet up and try and get some clarification here with 5:49 to go here in the first half. Tigers have had 6 shots today compared to the Cal Golden Bears 1 in this first half. Tigers have had 2 penalty corners that have been unsuccessful. Looks like the Cal Golden Bears will have their very first. We'll still await some clarification here. Checking the replay right now just to see, once again, to get a good visual on everything. So we're gonna have a representative from the Cal Bears, and they want head coach Andy Smith for the Pacific Tigers to come in and assist them with the video replay. Pacific Tigers, once again, they've had quite a few different opportunities here in this first half. 6 different shots, 2 penalty corners. Both were taken by Savannah Burns. One going high, the other one just going. One going wide.
Technically, a coach isn't supposed to be in there, so it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate he's the guru.
We call him over as well.
Is it done?
I would say if you can't refer it now, you can't refer it to the entire game.
So it's going to stay a corner as there was non-available replay at the time. They said it was, they got it and it was too late at this time, so it's going to stay a corner. So here we go, trying to see what the Golden Bears can do here. But once again, the referee's saying it's too late. So try and reset things here.
Get it. Stay in the middle. 4 or 5 yards. Come on. Go straight back. There we go. Perfect.
Looks like Anna Smuda will be the person stopping it. Sent. And it's stopped and deflected. So the Tigers hold strong. And they will try and reset here. Block kicked out by Puhade. Possession once again stays with the Bears. Get it out over to the far end, close to us. Stopped by the Tigers. Possession to the Bears. Kent with the puck, flips it up. Back to Kent. She swings off of Sydney Brooks, and the possession will stay. Bears. Dellison now with it at the top here. She swings it across to the far end. Swings it up, taps it down. Possession once again going to the Bears. 4:37 here to go in the first half. No score here. stoppage once again, staying a lot of possession, staying on the Tigers' side of the field. There's with it. Dellison kind of swings it across, trying to charge inside. There's a stoppage there. The Bears have, Tigers almost had an opportunity with some numbers if they had a chance. To no avail. Bears now with possession on their side. Staying to the Bears. Tries to run inside. Possession once again going against the Tigers. Flipped it up. Looked like the Tigers were just trying to get out of it and kind of reset. As the Bears have been on an attack here in probably about the last 5 minutes of the game. It's going to stoppage. Now the Tigers have it. Sydney Brooks able to check out, and coming in was Campos. Tigers with it. Checks it up. Turnover to the Bears. One-on-one opportunity. Stopped out there. Turned over to the Tigers. They try and clear it out. Back in. Once again, kick back out. Possession staying with the Bears. A lot of possession time over on this side of the turf. Bears with it. Finally get it out. The Tigers are going to try and clear it here. Stoppage. Possession staying with the Tigers. Right about, just about the center line here. Savannah Burns with a shot. Far out, and it goes out of bounds. Possession, Tigers. Earl checks back in, and Moore gets a little bit of a needed breather. Savannah Burns shoots it in, deflected, and a goal! There's a goal by the Tigers, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Savannah Burns shot it out right, probably a good 20 feet away from the center line. It gets deflected and goes in. Well, the Tigers reach the scoreboard on their 7th shot. 2:01 to go here in the first half.
2 minutes, guys, let's go!
And that pretty much rejuvenated the Tigers, as the Bears were pretty much staying on the Tigers' side of the field the whole time. And in fact, even head coach Andy Smith, he's actually yelling, there's 2 minutes left. Kind of just trying to reassure them that, hey, we got a couple more minutes before the half, and we can take a small break. And 2, as it's taken away, there's going to be an attempt to open net and deflected. Mohadi just kind of took it upon herself a little bit. And if that would have went the wrong way, we could have had a 1-1 score within a 40-second span. Campos with the puck, tries to get it up front over there to Camo, and just out of reach. Coach Andy Smith is telling everyone to back up with just over a minute left to go here in the first half. Bears with possession and in their side of the territory. Deflection back to the Tigers. There's going to be someone catching up behind her, behind Kilfell if she wasn't careful. They're deflected over to the Tigers. Collected by the Bears. Tigers with possession with 15 seconds on the countdown. Riley Camo would have just turned around. She may have seen a little bit of a break. We're at 5 seconds. there's the horn. So after the first half, Pacific Tigers leading this contest 1-0 over the Cal Golden Bears off of a deflection. And we'll get the exact person who is credited with that goal. And it was going to be, it was Campos credited with the goal. So as we get to halftime, it is 1-0. Tigers leading the Bears. You're listening to Pacific Field Hockey on PacificTigers.com.
Right. I'm just checking it. Is it working again? It should be. Okay. Right.
So second half, we'll have it.
Yeah, same as normal. That one was just there's no. camera? This is a. Do you have your camera? This is a priceless moment. I got a picture of Austin, take a picture. You and I just stand there.
Chris Higgs at his finest. Next time my driveway is dirty, I'll text Chris and say, hey, come scrub it up, bud.
No, hey, I saw, Shelly, I saw your Twitter. That was great. Great scheduling.
And welcome back to Pacific Field Hockey Turf as the second half is underway between the Cal Golden Bears and the University of Pacific Tigers. Tigers currently lead 1-0 as we get things started here. That goal coming with about just over 2 minutes left in the first half, and that was from an assist by Savannah Burns to Ali Campos. It was tipped off of a shot by Savannah Burns. Bears with possession of the ball here early. Tapped up, turn over to the Tigers. Tigers trying to get it up to midfield. Just out of the reach. Quickly gathered by the Tigers, and I believe that was Stefan. Ran around, nearly turned over by one of the Tiger players, Alicia Munoz. Sent up to Savannah Burns. She launches it right up to about the center line. Possession to the Bears. There's Sakas with the ball. Shoots it in, just wide. And possession to the Tigers.
You're right. Yeah. Here you go.
A little bit of a stoppage here as the referee's trying to get it into the right spot.
Campos. It's all right. We're going to 16. Wait, 16.
Stopped up to the Tigers, right at the center line. Possession stays with the Tigers. That's over to Campos. Campos still trying to get it up. Gives it to Stefan. Stefan turns it over to the Bears. That's Jimenez. Jimenez gets it up to center. There's Jimenez looking for a trip, but it goes to the far end. Bears with possession. Stolen by the Tigers. They try and run it up 2-on-3, so they'll probably slow it down just right around the center line. Tigers with the ball, try and get in, stopped by two Bears, and possession moves over to the Bears. Sakas with the ball, possession now going over to the Tigers. Stoppage going the Tigers' way. Swing up right around the center of the top of the circle. Possession stay with the Tigers. Tries to get it in. There's a stoppage, and it's going to go possession Bears. Bears keep possession right around their circle. Just out of reach. Now it's going to go a costly turnover possibility here. So it was just out of the reach on the far end of the field. Pacific Tigers wearing the black jerseys and orange shorts. Well, actually, I wouldn't. Well, in the orange attire, while the Cal Golden Bears wearing the white tops and yellow. Possession to the Bears as they try and get it up to the field. They have possession as they try and get it up a little bit of a rush. Haley Kilfale will try and check in at the next opportunity. There's with it. On the far end, on the Tiger side. Turnover.
Oh my goodness me!
There's two players going down, one Bear, one Tiger. Andy Smith, head coach Andy Smith is not happy, didn't seem to be happy about that. Tigers take possession, try and sling it in. Stopped by one of the defenders for the Bears. Bears take possession. Big swing all the way up front. Gonna be a shot attempt. Actually, I preemptively guessed at that, and it was blocked by one of the Tigers defenders, knocked out of bounds. Stays the Cal Golden Bears ball. Stoppage. Possession still staying with the Bears. Cleared out by the Tigers, collected by the Bears to the far end. Ball stays with the Bears still once again, so fairly similar to what we saw in the close to the near end of the first half. The Tigers trying to clear it out. Tigers do have a lot of shots as they have 8. And the Bears have 6. Smuda checking in for the Bears. Looks like Spence as well as Carter will also try and check in at the next opportunity for the Bears.
KC, get ready.
Stefan tried to create something. Up to Savannah Burns right at the circle. Stoppage, and it's going to stay with the Tigers and Savannah Burns. So it's going to slowing things down here, trying to direct where they want it to go. There's a swing. Stopped by the Bears. Back to the Tigers. There's a possible opportunity here for the Bears as they get it up forward. Stopped by the Tigers. Tigers with possession in Bears territory. Tigers going from left to right from my angle.
KC, Jay, you guys are running in a straight line behind the defender. You got to get out of the shade.
Turnover by the Bears. Going to the Bears. That's Imanaga given to Sakas. Sakas right at the center line. Dempsey will be checking in for the Tigers for the next opportunity. And for the Bears, it's going to be Henriksen. Bears possession as they try and get it up forward, out of the reach of Carter. And the ball goes to the Tigers.
Slow down on the side. Slow down on the side, please.
Swenson checks in for the Bears. Flipped up by one of the Tiger players. Controlled by Kilfale. Possession stays with the Tigers. Pushed up. Stopped by Gutierrez. Possession stays Tigers. Stefan with the ball. Tries to tap it forward. Once again, a stoppage. Stays Tigers possession. There's a shot just wide. Shots now 9-6 in favor of the Tigers as they lead 1-0 here with just over 25 minutes to go here in the contest. Conkle will check in at the next available opportunity for the Tigers, as well as Ashbrook will check in for the Bears at the next opportunity. A little bit of miscommunication. Conkle was supposed to check in for Stefan. Burns as there's a turnover. Ball staying with the Bears. Now the right substitution will be checked in for the Tigers. One of the Tigers falls down a shot. Great job by the Pacific Tigers defense, as that's 7 shots now in the contest, and they've been able to pretty much stifle a lot of them. There's only 2 shots on goal, one of them being from a penalty corner. Bears with possession. Oh, taken away by one of the Tiger players. A little bit of a fight right up the top of the circle. Stoppage, and it's going to go against the Bears, Tigers' favor. Sydney Brooks is going to be checking back in for the Tigers. Campos checks out. Savannah Burns right at the top of her circle on her possession, on her side of the, on the Tiger side of the turf. Slung out to the far side. Tigers got a few numbers if they hurried, but slowed things down. A shot deflected out. And the Bears attempt to clear it out. And appear to be successful at this moment. Possession. Going to the Bears right at the center line.
Good, Lindsay.
Moore and Iwanaga trying to check back in for the Bears. Campos looks like she's going to check back in here in a moment too for the Tigers. Bears with possession. Flipped up. Possession staying Bears. Smarazzo will have it. Gets it back to Swenson. Swenson gets it back to the center to Dellison. Dellison moves it far to the far end on the Tigers' territory. Far end. Taken away by the Tigers. Tigers trying to push it forward. Stopped by Dellison. ball will go to the Bears' way. So breakaway. Tigers with possession. Stopped by two different Bears. Oh, there's going to be a stoppage right here as both of them are trying to get a stoppage in the play. Both players are being ejected. That is number 9, Morazzo, or not ejected, excuse me, but they are getting pushed to the sides, both of them with the yellow penalty. And Conkle. Smith is pretty unhappy about that whole situation, and the coach for the Cal Gold Bears currently giving a little bit of a discussion over here to Morazzo. So they're both on a 5 minute penalty is what it was.
Time out, please. Time out, Chris. Chris! Time out, Chris!
Yeah, don't allow that.
Time out, Black.
All right.
So, timeout here it looks like. And it looks like that was probably a good timeout as both teams needed to kind of calm down after that little bit of a situation right here at the center line between opposing players. And it's pretty intense. I mean, it's a 1-0 score currently, and both teams are playing absolutely hard as the shots are 9-7. Just over 20 minutes to go here in the contest. Kind of hear some of what head coach Andy Smith is saying and for the Tigers, and he's basically just trying to tell everyone, in summing it up, is to keep everyone's composure and don't worry about things that you can't control at this time. I mean, it's very intense, and so I believe that's what head coach Andy Smith currently is telling his players, and I would assume so for what head coach Shelly Onstead would be telling her players as well. As much as it says it's 78, 79 degrees here, it's pretty much double the intensity temperature on that. This was a timeout called by head coach Andy Smith. I wasn't sure on who may have called it, but it was by the head coach. And once again, I wanted to assume that just by the way he was talking, it's just kind of let the cooler heads prevail and allow them to kind of regroup, as you don't want to let anything kind of slip away, as every player for both teams are a very intricate part of this scheme in order to come out with a victory today. So we will be back underway here, it looks like. It's the near side referee for us. He says go ahead. Savannah Burns with the ball. Slowly works it up. Kicks it to the far end. Once again, just in some ways, playing a little bit of keep away. And it's stolen by one of the Bears players. She tries to get it up forward as there was one on the breakaway. Played nicely by the Tigers. Savannah Burns takes it away. I didn't see exactly what happened, but the referee said, no, it's not. That's not the way it's going to work. It's flipped up and taken away by the Bears. The Bears have numbers if they have an opportunity. Taken away. And possession goes to the Tigers. Kicked up front. That's Camo. Camo tries to get it in, stopped right there. And possession goes to the Bears. Unlucky opportunity there for the Tigers with 18:35 to go here in the contest. It's just sounding. It looks like they want to refer it. So we will.
Are they calling for a corner?
Yes.
So they're going to review it as it looks like the Tigers are trying to after
I've seen
Tigers.
the quality of the video. It's not good enough. You guys need water? Hey, if you need water, you can get it.
18:32 to go here on a review.
You don't yet.
Well, that's what's not. If we have it, it should be working. And if it's not working, it should be out the whole game.
So with 18:32, they're reviewing everything right now.
Maddie! Maddie! Maddie and Casey.
Oh, wait.
Hold on, catch everything.
Wait right here.
If it's a corner, you have to stay off.
Oh, you're staying in.
Austin, you can sub. The corner hasn't been blown yet. We asked the strategy. Seriously. You can do whatever you want. The corner hasn't been blown yet.
Wait, Mel, here.
That's all we ask.
Sit, get on the field.
Yep.
Make the substitution.
It looks like that the
Casey!
review process may not be working again.
Actually, Jeanette, get out there and send it.
Austin.
They're going to have them come back in again just because they're going to have the head coach, Andy Smith, and one of the assistants for Cal, Austin Pyle, actually is going to be helping with it. And it looks like that there's just a frustration and there's just not going to be a review at this point.
Jake!
Nope. The coach is basically saying there's no video available, so it's down for the game. So
What's the problem?
so there is going to be no review, so it's going to pretty much be upon the calls of the referee.
Sit down.
Bears with possession of the ball with 18:21 to go here in the contest. Here to the near side, a little bit of give and go between two Bears players. Flipped up, taken away by the Bears. That's Jimenez. Possession to the Tigers. There's a player down, and they're concerned. He's off the field. Look, I didn't see what happened, but I did hear some of the Cal coaching staff saying she got hit in the head. So but it's Tigers' possession. into the circle. Gonna be a shot and a goal! Head over tea kettle and a goal for the Tigers, and it is 2-0.
She's half on the field, Chris. How can you do that? She's half on the field, laying here injured. You can't refer that. She's injured in the field right where the play happened.
We even put it over the sideline for you to blow a dead so you can get medical care.
Unbelievable.
Coaching staff is unhappy, and that was
Boy, a player gets hit in the head.
Marguerite Van Vick. And they were definitely unhappy about a player getting hit in the head, and they felt that the contest should have been shot. Both coaches are asking how much longer their players have to be in the penalty area. 15:48 is what they're saying.
You got out of number. You got out of number. Sid, here we go.
Out of reach by number 2, Leah Koper, and possession will go to the Bears. 2-0 is our score here with 16:30 to go here in the contest. Marguerite Van Vick with the most recent goal, sophomore from South Africa. Forward. Stoppage, and it's going to go possession Bears. Dellison with the ball. Kicks it forward. There is Matheson. Matheson tries to get it up. Possession Tigers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to even.
Both players are able to come back in. And always kind of interesting when they cross paths, but both players showing the more professional side of it, and we are back to normal here. 15:30 to go here, and 2-0 Tigers leading after the Marguerite Van Vick's goal. Shots are 10-7. Misplayed, collected by the Tigers. Possession to Rutherford. Rutherford kicks it up front. Thought about the shot. Still at the circle. Stoppage and possession Bears. Up and mishandled out of bounds by the Bears. That was Kent that mishandled it. Up by Leach. Stoppage, and it goes against the Tigers. See Sydney Brooks trying to check back in here at the next opportunity. Knocked up forward by Earl. Axel Steffen also going to be checking in here at the next opportunity for the Tigers. Keats Iwanaga with the ball, picks it up forward. Trapped by two Bears, and moved it forward. Stopped by Leach. Leach gets it up forward, right at the center line. Tapped out of bounds. Possession to the Bears. And knocks it back to Iwanaga. Iwanaga back to Kent. Hard swing. Possession taken by the Tigers momentarily. Now it's officially taken by the Tigers. Tries to get it forward. Call going against the Tigers. A few different Tiger players are going to be checking in. Van Latham, Munoz,
You got a key, come out to it, good.
and Stefan looks like they're going to be checking in. Stefan actually going to be the first one to check in. The Bears regaining possession of the ball. Kent backs up, gives it up to Dellison. Dellison with a hard swing. Possession staying with the Bears.
I just want, just as it gets to the end of the game, I don't want to start getting angry.
It's a little bit of a breakaway if they can hurry. That's to Brooks. Brooks still with it. She tries to get it in. It stopped. And possession goes to the Bears. It got deflected. The referee called it against them, against the Tigers.
You got Bears!
Bears with possession on the far side. Knocked out of bounds, and it looks like it will go over to the Tigers. Back that center line. A little bit of a breakaway if possible. Tapped around. Stolen by Savannah Burns. She's had possession of it pretty much the most of the way. Taps it forward to Ali Munoz. A swing and a, once again, just wide. Checking in with Zoe Randolph for the Bears. A couple more checking in for the Bears. That would be Sakis and Carter at the next opportunity. Bears with it, just under 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Taken by the Tigers. Swings it forward. Taken away by the Bears. Trying to get possession of it. That is Matheson with it. Knocked forward. Tapped out. And on the play, it looks like that Rutherford kind of got shaken up. Timeout on the play with 9:33 to go here in the second half. As head coach Shelly Onstead was pretty much screaming for it. Tigers leading 2-0 here as we head in with 9:33 left to go. Campos scoring the first goal in the first half with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half off of a deflection by Savannah Burns. And then Marguerite Van Vick scoring a little bit later, or scoring in the second half, and that it pretty much accounts for our 2 goals that we've seen here today. We've seen some pretty intense matchups as a couple players had gotten yellow cards in this second half. And what could have been a kind of a momentum changer actually kind of stayed about the same, and then Marguerite Van Vick took it upon herself in order to score right about the center, right about the top of the circle, right about the center area. The Cal Golden Bears, I would assume that they are probably designing a couple things in order to play out the last 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Kind of giving everybody an assignment, it sounds like. As far as the Tigers go, we probably would assume that it would be a little bit more of a defensive matchup, knowing that you have a 2-goal advantage. course, I would also assume that a lot of it may be also just keeping the composure as well. I mean, 9 minutes, 33 seconds left to go, and we've already seen the physicality that's played out here. Bears will be the first to enter the field of the turf, and Tigers going to be second. The last words of my head coach Andy Smith is our game. Tigers looking to improve to 3-1 in the conference. We're back underway after the timeout. Carter with possession gives it back to the Tigers. A bit back and forth we go. Tigers currently have it. Try to sling it forward. Tigers maintain possession until I just said that. The whistle goes against the Tigers. Bears with the ball. That's Earl. Earl trapped around by 3 different Tigers. Tigers regain it and just knock it out of bounds, it looked like. That's him with the ball for the Bears, excuse me. Back to Swenson. Swenson tries to sling it in. Tigers seem like they can clear it out. Back to the to the Bears. They have pulled the goalie, so the Bears have, so that's what the green jersey is on there for. And there's a clear breakaway. That is number 4 trying to get it in. A shot and a goal. It is 3-0. Tigers lead. And that's Van Vick again. Her second goal of the afternoon. Both of them coming in the second half with 8:12 to go here. And it was a great breakaway by Riley Camo. She had a breakaway and was very unselfish, gave it up to Van Vick, and she obliged with helping the teammate out. There's possession of the ball. And we saw for a minute there, that was Alicia Munoz, who was going all the way to the other side of into Bears territory, just in case they weren't paying attention, it seemed like. And she's doing that actually right now. Possession to the Tigers, intercepted by the Bears. Madison with the ball. She tries to get forward. She slides down. Possession to the Tigers. Nearly a turnover there, and possession will stay with the Tigers. Just past 7 minutes remaining. Unexpected pass there, and the Bears will take possession. Whistle, and the possession goes back to the Bears. A bit of back and forth on the far end of the field. It's right at the top of the circle, trying to get it in. The Tigers try and clear it out. No shot. Collected, intercepted by the Bears. They try and get in. There's a penalty going against the Bears, and the Tigers will take possession. Once again, a stoppage. Now this time it's going against the Tigers. 3-0 our score here. 5:30 to go here in the second half. Now we're going to see a penalty corner. Second one of the contest for the Bears. Moore looks like she will send it.
She's still on. She's still on. She's still on. She's on the hop. We're fine. She can't come off. We're good. You make this run, leave stuff high.
Moore sends it. Swing and possession. Nice job by the Tigers.
Stop, come on. Stop, come on. Go up. Go. Go.
Burns coming off. Kofer going in for the Tigers.
Shoot.
Bears with possession after that little bit of a collision. Swing, a shot, just wide, and it'll go out of bounds, and the possession will stay to the Bears. Bears try and get it around the circle. Stoppage.
Left back, put no in the middle.
Bears will take over. Dellison kicks it out. Tigers collect it, try and clear it out. Bears take over. Flips it up to the top of the circle. Bears with swing. Stopped by the Tigers, cleared out. And Bears will once again take over. Bears with it, right at the top. That was Earl with it at the time. Shot just wide, deflected by one of the Tiger players. Possession stays with the Bears. Swenson with it, kicks it up to the top. That's Gutierrez that actually had it at that time. Swing, stop, and a goal! And it's 3-1 with 2:17 to go here.
Leah, left back, Shu, right back, Ash right mid, Ali Campos and Ash and Haley in the middle.
It's 3-1 here with 2:17 to go here in the second half. Tigers with possession. Like they're going to try and defend it. That was Melina Moore with the goal for the Golden Bears. Bears are trying to make something happen here with under 2 minutes to go. Marguerite Van Vick looking to get another attempt at a goal. As she had a nice move, but it was later on out of reach, and Gutierrez gathered it. Minute 28 here to go in the second half. There's a turnover. stoppage, and it's going to go over to the Bears. Head coach Andy Smith seems like he's very frustrated with the 2-goal advantage. He's still coaching like it's 1-0 or a tie game. Step forward, out of bounds. Van Latham. Lost possession. Tapped around. And it looks like the Tigers will gain possession as they flip it forward on the far end of the field. 38 seconds to go. Once again, the Tigers looking to go 3-1 in the conference. Possession will now go to the Bears. 24 seconds to go here. Tried to flip it up, turn over to the Bears. That's going to be more. She's going to take another swing. That is kicked wide. The countdown is on. And that is the game. Cal Golden Bears 1, the Pacific Tigers 3. Pacific Tigers now move 3-1 in the conference as the Cal Golden Bears are now 2-1. Ali Campos got the scoring affair started in the first half with in the 32:59 to go. She gets the first goal of the contest, and Marguerite Van Vick gets 2 goals in the second half. For the Cal Golden Bears, Melina Moore gets the lone goal for the Golden Bears, and that's pretty much how it all ended. There were some intense moments, but of course, that was pretty much there at that time. So for Van Vick, she scored at the 52-42 mark and also at the 61-44. And for Melina Moore, that was the 67-39. So that pretty much wraps it up. The Cal Golden Bears will go to their next contest. And for the Pacific Tigers, they will be playing here once again at the Pacific Field Hockey Turf. And that's on Sunday at 2 o'clock as they take on UC Davis. So with that being said, for our producer, Michael January, the whole entire athletic staff for the University of Pacific Tigers, I'm Jeff Dominic saying thank you very much. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. Have a great day.